Now, as I just recently said, like I have more appreciation for Home Improvement just because of this game. I want to say this game was made before Home Improvement, but don't quote me on that one. I'm not entirely sure. I can't even really find any information on this game. I don't even know the story of it. But basically, Oscar is Oscar. That's all they said in the instruction manual, apparently. This game was made by Flare Entertainment, or Flare Software. That's usually not a good sign for a game, because they haven't really made anything noteworthy, I believe. But the story, why I requested this game be after Home Improvement, it's got some similarities. You go to different sets, you collect items, known as Oscars in this game, a set number per stage. Once you collect them, you go to the end and on to the next level. So, we were trying to tie this in as like it's actually Tim Allen as Oscar, but he looks nothing like anything. I don't even know what he is. But we're just gonna go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, and go. So, in this game, there's 4 sets, kind of the same with Home Improvement, except there's only 3 levels per set. And the first one happens to be the prehistoric stage, following the trend as the last game. Prehistoric being the first stage of the entire game. And there's a connection, definitely. And, pterodactyls, dinosaurs, kind of looking similar, doesn't it? So I'm collecting all these Oscars here. Every time you pick them up, you hear "Thanks, everybody." Good. There's a bottomless pit there that I actually can't see on my TV screen, so I'm actually kind of glad I was able to get through that. You may have just noticed there that when I was on that little hill, I stopped in, like, mid-flight. That's not me, I promise you. The game itself, like, anytime you jump onto an incline or a decline, it, like, stops you. It does not carry its momentum, thus proving, how awesomely programmed this game was. Game is pretty generous with its health points. You get 4, and you can replenish if you find the hearts scattered in these little coins, but they're very sparingly, I think. You don't find them very often. This thing that I picked up, it's a yo-yo, but I dare say it doesn't look like a yo-yo. Ooh, terrible hit detection there. Okay, it's better to go around that thing. I don't want to fidget with that. Graphics here kind of look deceiving. I can actually jump through that, even though it shouldn't. It doesn't look like something I would be able to. So noticing the similarity between this game and Home Improvement, right? You're going around the stage collecting a set number of specific items. In this case, it's Oscars instead of crates. So you've played Home Improvement. You've pretty much played this game. And almost in better, like, programming. Like, I say that Home Improvement was programmed by the same people at Imagineering Company. The people that made this game are pretty much like if Home Improvement was made by Active Enterprises, I believe, because the controls are just awful. And that's not saying anything good, because everybody knows Action 52 and how badly that game controlled. Sometimes when you're going down declines, the game will eat your input and thus make your character not jump. So you want to try to avoid jumping like that. Either that or it'll give you a shortened jump. And whenever you're using the yo-yo, you literally stop in your place. So if you're in the air, you'll drop straight down. So here, I want to make sure this little bird here is not in the way, because I need to jump across here to grab this Oscar up here. And just like Home Improvement, when you're going down hills, you can't stop yourself because you just fall down to the end. Another similarity between this game and Home Improvement. So I completed the prehistoric stage, and now we're on to the horror level. Again, going back to Home Improvement, because, set 3 was a horror-themed setting. graphics kind of stink in this game because what you can't see is, like, what that gate was. There was a spike that I could have hit. So I'm going to jump over it here. Like, I can't see it because it's blue and the spike is like blending in with the blue gate. Kind of deceiving. It's one of those spikes up there. Grab this yo-yo because I need it to break the wall here. I don't need that yet. You also notice that whenever I'm on the ground, I'm jumping to turn around, because if you don't do that, Oscar will slide. So it's better to do a jump than it is to just straight turn around. I'm going to collect this heart just for safety here. I guess I should probably explain the power-ups in this game. There aren't very many to say, but this game actually has power-ups that work against you. So one such power-up is like a green potion. It makes you invisible, which is great. You know, you're invisible. Sure, it literally makes you invisible and hides your sprite too, but it doesn't make you invulnerable. So, and then here's the Game Boy, which makes everything green. Shout out to John Carls. Damn it, I fell down. So with everything being green, it really doesn't change anything. Doesn't make anything less. It just changes the scenery. So if you like green, then that's the power for you. Other than that, there's the yo-yo I've already explained, but it's not really a power-up, more as just being a requirement, because some walls you need to destroy with the yo-yo. There's also a ball and chain, which slows your character down to like half speed. So, you know, in a speed run, that's not a good power-up at all. There's a spring, which you'd think would make you jump higher, but no, for some reason a spring gives you wings. Red Bull. So here in this level, I'm going to take my first instance of a damage or death warp. Since the level's a little bit long, I'm going to take some intentional damage here as I'm getting all these Oscars. Grab this one here, and then I'm going to go back here and just die to this chainsaw. And this puts me at the beginning of the stage, so I can go back the way I need to go. There are some known glitches in this game, though. One of them, which I grabbed an Oscar, which for some reason did not count the Oscar, so, and that's not good because there's a set number of Oscars in each level. So if you collect the Oscar and the game decides it doesn't want to give you said Oscar, you could potentially not be able to finish the game and you have soft blocked yourself. Get up there. Oh no. Oh no. Game decided to screw me there. But luckily I was able to get through there without dying. Sometimes if you jump off of an enemy, you don't get the boost off of it like you would expect, because for some reason you're supposed to get like a boosted jump while holding the jump button. Sometimes the input does not work, so you get a half-assed jump. So here's the first original level of the game, a cartoon-themed one. Yeah, not very original. Grab this heart here. I took that damage there just so I could get out of there faster. Sadly, you're not going to see many of the, you know, wonderful power-ups in this game, because all I'm going to be needing is a yo-yo and the Game Boy. But in the next set, because, you know, might as well call it a set, it's like Home Improvement, there's going to be the only invulnerability item in the game, but for some reason, it isn't anywhere else as far as I know. See how I'm jumping and then I stop on slopes? I promise you that's not me. So I actually picked this game up specifically so I could run it for this marathon. I did the routing in about a week's time limit. I didn't actually put much effort into it. I didn't even expect the game to be as short as it is. Like, I was just thinking, you know, this might be a chance, but because the game was so terrible, I was thinking I was going to regret it. But fortunate for me, I figured out the game was only like 20 minutes long, so... Ooh, I didn't want to do that. So I'm actually going to take this elephant here. Ooh, this might be bad. I got to try to not take any damage going through here. Okay, I swear I was underneath that fish. So I was going to use that elephant there to damage or another death warp, because going through this swimming part is really slow. But if you take a death, you go up to where that elephant was. So I grabbed this one Oscar here. And now take a intentional death here to get right back to where I was. Now you ask me, why do I play this game? Because no one else will. I said it with Home Improvement, I'll say it again for this game. Let me play this crappy game so you don't have to. That way you get to enjoy it, see the ending, see, just what it's all about. Grab this Game Boy here just because. Don't really need it. I'm trying to avoid the joke, but if you notice, the clapperboard always says take 69. Ha ha ha. There must be a lot of take 69s because it's every single time you enter a level. I kind of only imagine how editing in the movie, like whatever room that is going. Like they got to go through so many takes just to find the right one, then they get it mixed up with another one. And cut. So we are done with set 3 already. I told you this game was going to be quicker than Home Improvement. Well, actually, I didn't tell you. I just told you. So we're on to the Western theme, and this is by far the easiest stage in the entire game, just because of those invulnerability shields. But the worst enemy in this level are those hats, because I'm not going to lie, I can't see them. They look they almost blend right in with the ground, and they're just a little small. So this shield is your invulnerability. It's a conveniently placed one, too. Oops. So this shield actually lasts quite a lot of time, and it lasts so long that you can complete the stage before it actually wears off. So anytime you grab this, you essentially have won this level. I believe that this game was an Amiga game before it was a Super Nintendo game. So you're not wrong about that one. Oops, I need to go down and collect these. Collect this invulnerability shield here, conveniently placed again. Now, if you guys think this game looks decent, it's not. And foolish of you thinking that this game looks good. I promise you guys, if this game was not 15 minutes long, I would not be speedrunning it. But because it's so quick, it has some appeal to it that makes it fun to speedrun just because it's so short. You don't have to deal with it for an hour and then hate yourself for it. I will say again, though, I did learn this game just so I could run it for this marathon. It took me about 2 weeks. Well, not even 2 weeks. It'd take me maybe a week, maybe 5 days. Because what I like to do before I speed run a game is I like to actually beat it. I'm actually going to miss an Oscar down here. I need to grab this one. I'll go back up here. I could also potentially, sometimes there's a case where if you grab an Oscar, you will go right over it just because, like those coins, you can literally go right through an Oscar just because you're collecting one of those coins. Oh wait, I know what I'm missing. I'm missing this Oscar right here. And that's it. Am I going to get a 15-minute time limit? So even though I've completed the final set, we don't complete time because you still got to go to the end of the stage. And once you hit the score here, this is when time is. So, a sub-15 run. Since this is such a fresh speed run, there's probably a lot of things I have not found yet. Like, there probably maybe some chances to wall clip or something like that. And that's only because, I mean, I had only a month to prepare for this, and I also had to prepare a couple other games. There's a lot going on the last few, like, there's Best of NES. I did a marathon for my buddy Mac. Just a lot of speed runs that I had to deal with, and, you know, optimizing world record for another game. But 14:56 in the short amount of time that I've learned this game, routed it, I think that's a pretty damn good time. And quite frankly, I don't have anything to compare it to. What is the... I don't actually have the run up. But what is the speedrun world record for this game? $14:22 is the best time I managed to get with it. So, yeah, that's not a bad time at all. But that's going to complete the Prince Leaf block. I thank you guys. Well, actually, I'm not done completely yet with this marathon. I'm still going to be running Super Smash TV on Wednesday. Easy Arena race with Garlock and 40-watt range. But as for tonight, every game was ahead of estimate. Very happy about that. I hope you guys enjoyed all 3 of these runs. And still a lot to come. Stay tuned. Thanks for having me.